The room hums with a low, almost imperceptible frequency as you stand in the center, your heart pounding with a mix of adrenaline and resolve. They glare at you, bewildered, their energy a cocktail of confusion and indignation. "How dare you!" Their silent accusations slice through the air, but your spirit stands unyielding. You know this is the moment you've been waiting for, the sacred moment of awakening. Their eyes bore into you, trying to latch onto the last vestiges of your energy, but your inner light is no longer theirs to claim. As they reach out, desperate to pull you back into the shadows, a force more potent than any physical strength holds you firm. The divine has intervened. The sacred bond between you and the universe pulses through your veins, igniting a flame that no darkness can extinguish. In the space of a heartbeat, you're wrapped in an ethereal armor, an invisible yet impenetrable barrier of spiritual light. Their words, once so cutting, now fall to the ground like shattered glass, powerless against the shield you've manifested. You see the shock in their eyes, a fear they cannot name, as they realize their control is slipping away. The tables have turned, and they are the ones who now stand exposed, vulnerable to the very energies they once wielded against you. Your breath steadies, the chaos around you fading into the background as a profound stillness takes hold within. This is no ordinary silence. It is the divine pause before a great shift. The universe itself seems to hold its breath, waiting for your next move. And then, it happens. A surge of knowing, a divine affirmation that you are untouchable. You have ascended beyond their reach, and with that realization, the shackles that once bound you to their expectations crumble to dust. They can no longer hurt you, for you've transcended the petty slander and the toxic ties that once held you back. You are lifted, carried by an unseen force that shields you from their darkness. Their attempts to sever you from your truth are futile. Your spirit, now blazing with the full awareness of its worth, stands as a beacon of what they can never possess, a power that is not given but earned through the trials of the soul. You are free, and in that freedom, you are untouchable. The shadows retreat, knowing they have lost this battle, while you stand, bathed in the mystic light of your true value, ready to claim your place in the world they no longer belong to. The fire burned low, casting flickering shadows on the faces of those who once sought your light with desperate hands. You had been the source, the beacon in their endless night, pouring your very essence into every corner of their darkness. They clung to you, their need insatiable, as you gave and gave, hoping to lift them out of the abyss. But instead of gratitude, you were met with greed, your light consumed by those who knew only how to take. Chosen ones, you remember the weight of those days, the endless giving, the quiet exhaustion that settled in your bones as you watched them take everything you had to offer. They were like moths to a flame, drawn to your brilliance, yet unaware of the toll it took on you. They drained you, leaving the sacred well within you dry, and when there was nothing left, they discarded you, moving on to the next source of light without a second thought. You stood there, hollowed out, wondering if all your efforts had been in vain. The emptiness was vast, a void where your spirit once thrived. But it was in that silence, in the darkest moment of your despair, that the universe spoke to you. It was not with words, but with a knowing, a profound epiphany that resonated deep within your soul. The veil was lifted and the truth was revealed. Not all are worthy of the sacred light you carry. It was then, in that moment of divine clarity, that you understood the path laid before you. You saw the truth of your existence. Your light was not meant to be squandered on those who would only consume it without thought. The universe whispered your worth, showing you that to protect your spirit, you must choose yourself. This was your awakening, the moment when the scales fell from your eyes, and you saw the world for what it truly was. You are not here to be a martyr, to give until there is nothing left. Your energy is sacred, and it is meant to be cherished, preserved for those who are truly deserving. You realized that your journey was not about saving others, but about understanding your own divine nature and protecting the sanctity of your spirit. This was not just a realization, it was a shift in your cosmic path, a turning point that would define your existence from that moment forward. You chose yourself, and in that choice, you reclaimed your power. The universe aligned with your decision, wrapping you in a protective light that shielded you from those who sought to exploit your gifts. Now, as you walk this path of self-realization, you are guided by a deeper understanding of your worth. The trials you endured were not in vain. They were the crucible that forged your spirit, making you stronger, more resilient, and more aware of the divine purpose that flows through your veins. You are a chosen one, and you have awakened to your true self. The world may still try to pull you back, to drain your light once more, but you now walk in the knowledge that you are untouchable, guarded by the universe itself. You have learned to choose yourself, and in that choice, you have found the strength to shine brighter than ever before, untouched by the shadows that once sought to consume you. They move in the shadows, whispering your name with venom in their voices, their anger palpable as they realize you've pulled away. The ones who once thrived on your energy, who grew fat and content in the glow of your light, now writhe in the darkness you've left behind. How dare you break free from their grasp? They can't comprehend it, can't accept that you've chosen the path of divine solitude, and so they lash out. They weave webs of deceit, spreading falsehoods to anyone who will listen, their lies crafted to drag you back into the shadows from which you've escaped. But you who have tasted the sweetness of your own freedom, feel the sting of their betrayal. The battle isn't just external, it rages within you, a struggle between the unyielding light of your spirit and the encroaching darkness that seeks to consume it. You've always been one to give, to pour out your kindness like an endless stream. But now you see the necessity of boundaries. Yet it's not easy. The compassion that once defined you now feels like a double-edged sword, its sharpness cutting into your resolve. The shadows press in, their force relentless, trying to wear you down, to make you question your worth, your choices. They use every trick, every lie, to paint you as the villain, the one who abandoned them in their time of need. But you know the truth, even as the weight of this cosmic battle bears down on you. This is no ordinary struggle. It is a war, a clash between the light that you carry and the darkness that cannot stand to see you shine. You feel it in your bones, the pull of the old ways, the seductive whisper of returning to what's familiar, to what's easy. But you've come too far, seen too much, to be fooled by their tricks. You've tasted the power of your own light, and now you must protect it with everything you have. The battle is fierce, and it will not end quickly. But you are a chosen one, and your spirit is forged from the very essence of the divine. The shadows may rebel, but they cannot win. Their lies fall on deaf ears, their webs of deceit unraveling as your light continues to shine. You've learned the hard way that kindness must be tempered with strength, that boundaries are not just necessary, they are sacred. This is your battle, your cosmic struggle, and though the darkness may fight, it cannot extinguish the brilliance of your spirit. You are a force of light in a world of shadows, and no matter how hard they try, they cannot pull you back into the abyss. You stand in the eye of the storm, the winds of manipulation swirling around you, but your feet are firmly planted in the sacred ground of your own power. Each attempt they make to pull you back into the shadows only fortifies the mystic shield you've woven around your spirit. It's not just a barrier, it's a living force, pulsating with the energy of every lesson learned, every battle fought. They press harder, their tactics growing more desperate, but with each attack, your resolve strengthens. The universe is with you, anchoring you in the unshakable truth of your divine worth. Their whispers grow louder, more insidious, trying to worm their way into your thoughts. But you feel the presence of something greater, something that cannot be touched by their darkness. The Spirit has awakened within you, a force that transcends the earthly plane. It wraps you in its embrace, a protective light that makes you untouchable. This is not merely self-preservation. This is a divine mandate. Your mission is clear. Protect your energy, guard the sacred flame within you at all costs. They try to twist your kindness into weakness, but you know better. You see through their illusions, their attempts to guilt you into submission. But the Spirit guides your hand, steadying your heart against their manipulations. Each lie they tell, each deceit they spin, only sharpens your clarity. You're not just fighting for yourself. You're standing in the truth of a higher calling, a divine mission that goes beyond the mundane. The celestial forces watch over you, ensuring that every step you take is aligned with your sacred purpose. You feel the divine intervention at work, subtle yet undeniable. The path before you is illuminated, even as the shadows close in. They cannot touch you, for you are guided by something far greater than their earthly schemes. The higher realms have set you on this path, and nothing can deter you from fulfilling your destiny. The darkness may press against your light, but it is a futile effort. You are protected by the very forces of creation, and your spirit shines too brightly for them to extinguish. In this sacred battle, you have chosen yourself, and in doing so, you have chosen the divine. The universe stands with you, its power flowing through your veins, fortifying every step you take. You are not alone. You are never alone. The Spirit walks beside you, guiding you away from the shadows and into the light of your true purpose. This is your divine mission, chosen one, and nothing can stand in your way. You stand in the heart of the chaos, yet around you, there is only silence. The noise, the desperate attempts to provoke you, to drag you back into the mire of their darkness, fade into the background. They wait for your response, for any sign that they've broken through, but you give them nothing. This silence, this sacred stillness, is your greatest weapon. It is not the absence of words, but the presence of divine power, a force that they cannot comprehend. In your silence, you become a fortress, a being of light so serene and untouchable that their darkness recoils in fear. They shout, they whisper, they plot, but nothing they do can penetrate the shield you forged from your own restraint. The power of the unspoken binds them, holds them at bay, for in their desperation, they reveal their true nature. The shadows grow frantic, their energy twisting and lashing out in all directions, seeking any weakness, but there is none. You've closed the door to their chaos, and in doing so, you've starved their darkness of the very thing it needs to thrive, your reaction. Chosen ones, understand this. Your battle is not with the flesh, not with the faces that try to pull you down, but with the darkness that controls them. It is that darkness, now cornered and exposed by your silence, that thrashes in desperation. It knows that it has no hold on you, that its lies and manipulations fall on deaf ears. The more it struggles, the more it weakens, for it cannot survive in the presence of such divine tranquility. Your silence is not just a shield, it is an active force, a mystic power that dissolves the very foundation of their darkness. And so, they falter. The darkness, once so confident in its control over you, now realizes the truth it has lost. In your silence, you have become more than just a target. You have become a mirror reflecting their own emptiness back at them. They cannot touch you, for you have transcended their reach, rising above their petty games and into the realm of the sacred. The spiritual war rages on, but you stand unmoved, a pillar of divine light in a world of shadows. In this silence you are untouchable, and the darkness knows it. It may rage, it may thrash, but it will never find a foothold in your spirit again. You are free, and your silence has spoken volumes. You stand on the precipice, the echoes of their anger and deceit still swirling below, but they can no longer reach you. The shadows that once sought to consume your light now lie far beneath, powerless against the mystic force you've become. Each step you take is a step away from the mundane, a step closer to the divine purpose that has always been yours to claim. Their falsehoods, their attempts to pull you back into their world of pettiness and manipulation, crumble like ash in the wind as you ascend, untouched and unfazed. The noise that once filled your mind, the constant barrage of doubts and accusations, fades into a distant murmur. In its place, there is only the serenity of your true self, the deep and abiding peace that comes from knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. You've left their darkness behind, and in doing so, you've embraced the full magnitude of your spiritual power. The light within you shines brighter than ever, unchallenged and unchallengeable. as you rise into the fullness of your divine potential. As you ascend, the world below becomes a distant memory, the shadows nothing more than a reminder of what you've overcome. You see them still, flailing in their anger, desperate to bring you down to their level. But their efforts are in vain. You are beyond their reach now, your spirit soaring far above the limitations they tried to impose on you. The path ahead is clear, illuminated by the light of your own truth, and you know that nothing can stop you from achieving the greatness that is your destiny. Your ascension is not just a victory over those who sought to dim your light. It is a testament to your inherent divinity. Let them be offended by your rise. Let them rage against the power they can never have. Their anger is but a fleeting shadow, a mere reflection of their own limitations, while you stand as a beacon of what is possible when one truly embraces their divine worth. You are light, you are divine, and no darkness can touch you. This is your journey, a path of spiritual empowerment that transcends the mundane struggles of the world below. You have risen above, and in doing so, you have claimed the divine inheritance that has always been yours. Embrace it, revel in it, for you are a chosen one, destined for greatness that no shadow can ever diminish. In the stillness of the night, where the veil between worlds thins, you stand tall, your spirit radiating with a light that refuses to be dimmed. The shadows may have tried to creep in to whisper doubts into your mind, but they could not silence the truth that burns within you. You have walked this sacred path with courage, weathered the storms of deceit and betrayal, and emerged stronger, your energy more potent than ever before. You are a testament to the power of divine purpose, a beacon that guides others through the darkness. To my fellow chosen ones, those who have felt the weight of this spiritual battle, I offer my deepest gratitude. Thank you for your unwavering light, for the strength you've shown in protecting your sacred energy. Each time you've stood your ground, each time you've refused to let the darkness take hold, you have not only preserved your own spirit, but also illuminated the path for others. Your light is a force, a divine gift that transcends the ordinary, and in your hands, it becomes an instrument of transformation. Continue to protect your energy with the same fierce determination that has brought you this far. You have seen the power of your silence, the strength in choosing yourself, and the peace that comes from walking in alignment with your divine purpose. Do not let the shadows of doubt or the voices of those who do not understand sway you from your path. Their anger, their attempts to pull you down, are nothing more than the echoes of their own fears. They sense the greatness within you, and it terrifies them. But you are destined for more than they can fathom. Your mission is clear, your purpose divinely guided, and no force, no shadow can stand in your way. As you continue to grow in your power, know that you are supported by the very forces of the universe. The higher realms watch over you, guiding your steps, ensuring that your light reaches those who need it most. So I say to you, keep rising, keep shining. The world may not always understand your brilliance, but it is not for them to understand. It is for you to embody. You are light, you are divine, and your greatness is inevitable. Continue on your sacred path, knowing that you are never alone and that your light is needed now more than ever.